So, well, hello, I'm Julia, and I'm going to make you some questions for the Spanish fans.
Yeah.
So, the first one is, what does it feel to be the best powerlifter on the feminine premier class?
I honestly I do think of that. Yes, I'm strong, but I know that I can always get better. And I always want to improve myself and get stronger. And so I do think about it that yeah, I'm the strongest in my class, but there's always going to be someone coming out of the blue, and you just have to keep working and keep getting stronger and keep going. So I never think I'm good enough in a way. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like yes, I'm
So,
good.
you're really competitive with yourself.
Yes, it's never good enough, and you just have to keep going and keep grinding and get stronger.
Yeah. So, why do you think there is a higher level in powerlifting in the USA comparing to the rest of the world?
Oh man, I don't know
Maybe
how
it's
we
for this
got.
sprint you have.
Oh my gosh, like nationals. So I remember when I came in 2013, 2014, we had like 300 people to Raw Nationals, 300, 400. Then all of a sudden 20 wait, okay, for the 15, yeah. 2015, it was over 1,000.
Whoa.
How it grew, I guess it's CrossFit and how raw powerlifting was starting to become popular, because back in the day when I was a younger lifter, it was only equipped lifting, and like raw lifting started I think in 2011, 2012. That's when it started. And so people just started catching wind of it, and just getting people from other sports, and it just exploded. And it's really cool. It's insane. And so, like I always say, nationals is a bloodbath for us. Like it is. It is a battle. Like especially the men, it's getting way more competitive. Some of the women's classes, it's starting to get even more competitive now. It's like I'm just like more in shock every year. And like we keep raising the qualifying totals, and nationals keeps getting bigger, raising
Oh,
totals.
so you gotta be a good one to be there.
Oh, well, so they even started doing a competition called regionals. So they split the United States into sections.
Hmm.
And so you have to go to regionals and qualify there and then go to nationals. If you're a newer lifter and reach a qualifying total, because they keep rising. Um, and like nationals still keeps getting bigger. So it's not like lessening attendance at all. It's just motivating people to get stronger. And then
Yeah.
just like like we keep making it a bigger production. Like last year when it was in Chicago, it was the LED projector screens and the monitors and the lights. It was just like a Las Vegas production. And like USA Powerlifting just keeps making it bigger and grander, and then people want to come for that too. They want to be on the big stage and just have all the lights and action, and then see lifters and people, and so it's kind of like a very very mini version of the Arnold Classic, in my opinion. Very very powerlifting mini version of the Arnold.
So then now, what do you think about the champion of champions? You think that you could have been this year's edition champion?
Oh no, IPF points, super heavyweights, we're screwed. The lightweights and super heavies, we're 100% screwed on that. So it's like Ray and I were like, well, we're just gonna go in and just do our best numbers, PR. That's what we're doing. Like it favors the middle classes, the IPF points. It
Hmm.
favors the middle. So it's like a severe like whoop, like here's the
Yeah.
middle, and then here's a lightweight and heavyweights. Like so, but there was multiple ways to win prize money and whatnot, and so it's like Ray and I, we weren't going to be totally screwed, but it's just like, yeah, if I ever put myself to it when I lose 50 pounds, yeah, or more, whatever, yeah, it'd be great to go against Amanda Lawrence, but I don't think I'm going to be able to lose all that and keep strength. But yeah, I'm sad that it got canceled. Like I thought it was a cool honor to even be able to was invited to go to it, to be one of the women to go 12 to represent, and then it got fizzled out. So it's like I wish this Corona thing, like, could have just been postponed like 3 months. Just 3 months or so, you know? So we could go.
It's a sad year for sports.
Yeah, but then because I was talking to Kim about it, Kim Walford, she's like, but then that would have affected Worlds. I'm like, but Worlds we don't get prize money like the Sheffield, so it's okay. That's what I said to her. But I'm like, dang it, that would have messed up Worlds. True, darn it.
Yeah. So you have to try next year.
Oh, hopefully all this has gone down, but we don't know if it's the same 24 people get to go. Are they going to just do the selection process from this year, whenever this year happens, or if this year, you know? So it's just like, it's all up in the air. So,
So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. So why do you compete on the IPF and not on another federation?
Well, so I started lifting in 2002. That's when I got introduced to powerlifting. And so I was in high school. And so in high school, there's this other school who saw the diamond in the rough. They saw me. And so they took me in, and I went to their school on the weekends, learned more about powerlifting, and learned about USA powerlifting back then. And, you know, that's the only one I was exposed to. Oh, drug-free? Of course, I'm not going to take anything. No drug-free. And that's what everybody else is doing. There's records, you know, and there's nationals, you know, so that's what attracted me to it. And I've just stuck with it, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? And so I just always stuck with it, and just proud to be drug free, and how there's nationals all over the United States, and travel everywhere and travel the world, and other like-minded people across the world. Like, being drug-free in the sport is what connects us together. And so that's like really awesome to say, you know? But yeah, and like USA powerlifting, come on. It's not like there's other federations. We call them alphabet soup reservation. I mean, not reservation. Alphabet soup federations. Gosh, I'm tongue-tied today. Because they're just random letters. Like random letters put together. So it's just like United States powerlifting makes sense.
Yeah. So, you said that you started powerlifting in high school. So why did you choose powerlifting over other sports?
Well, when I was in junior high, I was a volleyball player. But when I came to high school, I didn't fit the perfect mold, being the cute little volleyball player. You know how there's, how a model has certain little stats you have to have, and a football player, you got to be this tall, or basketball player, this tall, this height, this statting points, you know? So in high school, it was the same thing. Like, you shouldn't be like that, but it was. And so I didn't make the team, of course, because I was like a 90 kilos. And wasn't tall, cute, skinny little blonde. And so it was either cheerleading or powerlifting for something to do. And it's like, my mom's like, you can do it. Let's just do powerlifting. You have it in you. I know you can do it. And so she kind of pushed me that way. And I just started lifting every day after school, and I just kept going with it and just kept getting better.
That's nice. So you also practice a strongwoman now, and do you see yourself if you're a strongwoman better than powerlifting?
Okay. So background on that. Okay, I've always been fascinated by strongman. So obviously, when I was younger, getting into powerlifting, you see strongmen, and so I always liked it. I always got into it. I even met Phil Pfister. I met Mariusz Pudzianowski. I met Henry. Everybody knows him as Henry. I always forget his last name. Unlike other people, like, so I've met a few. And so, okay, so not last year. So end of 2018, I always go to Texas and visit friends. And my friend Marty, he's like, you gotta meet Brittany. Brittany's awesome. You two are gonna get along. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm like, whatever, Marty. You say that about like everybody. And I'm like, okay, he is true right majority of the time. But Brittany and I, we were like we call each other twins. We like almost instantly glued together. Like, and so that was in the summer. So then later that year, another trip to Texas. I'm like, oh my gosh, Brittany, you're competing. I get to watch you. Yeah. And then like next day, she's like, hey, you're going to sign up for this. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you're going to do it. I'm like, I'll sponsor you. You know, here, I'll pay for your membership. I'll pay for the entry fee. You're going to do the strongman comp I'm in. What? I'm like, no. I told her no. Because it was Atlas stones. I'm like, I am not. I looked at the entry form. I'm like, I can't pick this up. So then I said yes. But this was a week and a half notice that I was doing a strongman comp. Yeah, a week and a half.
That's done.
So I had a week and a half to mentally prepare. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just said yes to a strongman comp and I don't know anything. I'm like, so this is what it feels like to be a newbie again. Oh. So I'm like, hey, any newbie powerlifter, I know how they feel again. So I had to learn 3 events 2 days prior. I had to learn how to do the continental clean and press. I had to learn how to like get the gist of it. You can't just pick up a stone and throw it. Oh no, there's technique to that. See, I've learned how to get the gist of picking up the stone and the gist of carrying the keg. So I got the gist of it 2 days prior.
That's crazy. Oh. So how did the competition go?
It was just a small little local thing. I just went in to do it for fun. And my twin Brittany, she was proud of me for being a dumb power lifter, going in on a strongman competition, totally cold. They all doubted me that I couldn't conventional deadlift. I'm like, I'm conventional. I just don't post it, but I do it. So then I'm sitting there repping it out. They're like, okay, she's good. I'm like, yeah, thank you. So they doubted me only on that event. But there was this chick there, and Brittany's like, she's the reason why I brought you, because she complains how there's never competition, so I brought it. I'm like, thanks. Thanks. I'm the competition for this strongman chick. I don't even know. But I did fire her up. Like, she was on fire and mad because I beat her on continental clean and press and the deadlifts. So I was motivation for her. Of course, I got second. I just went in for fun. But that gave me the fuel to do another competition. So after Raw Worlds, I did a competition in Houston, and I did get first place. And then I was able to go to Strongman Nationals. And yeah, so Strongman, you have to get first place to go to net. You can't get second, third, fourth. You can't. There's no qualifying total. It has to be first. And so it's like you have to find a competition of events that you know you're good at and try to find out who, they don't post rosters really. So you have to find out who may be going, and you have to do your absolute best. You have to be flawless. And so this event, like, I was lucky. I'm like, all right, a dumb powerlifter can do this. But if I would love to be a hybrid of powerlifting and strongman though. Like, that's what I really want to do. And I want to be like, someday I think it'd be, that'd be so awesome to compete with Donna Moore. Like, she's the UK World's Strongest Woman. Oh my gosh. Like the Sheffield, I was supposed to like see her afterwards, but plans got fizzled. So I'm like heartbroken. But that's a dream. Just to like compete. Now, I don't care if she whoops my ass. I don't care. Just to be next to her and just to be around her fierceness. Like, that's why I fangirl over. Like, man, that's what, like, I get goosebumps. Like, that's what I want. I just want to be the super cool hybrid between both sports. You know? Yeah. But that's the background in it. I got peer pressured, pushed into it.
Okay, so maybe just you can combine 2 things and keep going with that.
Yeah. Like, all you have to do is listen to your body, and that's what I do. I rest or sleep, and like, I may have a workout, but it's like I'm cutting it short, and some people are bullheaded and keep going. I'm like, no, I'm gonna cut it short and finish it tomorrow, or I just cut it and oh well, it doesn't get done. Like, know what to do and what not to do. And you just got to know the balance with it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So, who are your masculine and feminine powerlifting idols? So, do you find an inspiration in any of them or other figures?
My favorite people I really honestly like to look up to are the masters. So like Tony Harris, Dave Ricks, Priscilla Rebick, the older lifters. They're the, or Brad Gillingham even. And like in my gym, so there's Powerlifting USA magazines, and the owner made like photo prints of them, and they border around the room. And so I have pictures of my favorite lifters like near me. And so I look at their picture before I squat, before I bench, before my deadlift, because I look at them and it's just like, I want to fight like them. I want to lift like them and keep lifting in this sport as long as possible. They're the ones to look up to, not the young ones. Like, you need to look up to the veterans. They're the ones that made this sport and been in this sport. Like Dave, he's in his 60s. So he's always been doing it for 30, 40 years. Yeah, Dave Ricks. And he owned the open world record for at least a year or two for being in his, I don't know if it was late 50s he did it. Same thing with Tony Harris. He's in his 50s and he owned the open world record for a time. And then Dennis broke it. But still, like, they are the major, they are the ones, what's the word I want to say? Oh, they're the old parts besides that. But like, it's just the older generation of the lifters I know that have been in the sport. And then like all these younger lifters and like powerlifting meets, they just walk past them like you're walking past a living legend right there and you don't even know it. And that's what's like, some people just look at just the Insta stars or the YouTuber stars, and it's like, but you need to know your history of who built it, who are the ancient foundation, I guess you could say, of this sport. Those are the ones I like. So I don't have just one. There's a few.
Yeah. And now, do you know any Spanish lifter?
Well, like there's okay. So when it comes to powerlifting research, I study my weight class, and like it's gotten so much bigger. I just can't keep track of everybody, honestly. And like, it's so hard. But like, you had your one Italian chick that was going against Samantha Calhoun, which boom, came out of the blue. I'm like, dude, y'all need to watch out for her, especially them squats. You better watch out. And of course, I'm in the stands, so I don't have I can't say anything to the coaching or Samantha and the while they're down there because I was in the stands. But I'm like, I just know, I mainly know the people that are in my class, or like if I just see them, they approach me and talk to me, then I can make a connection with them. So like now I'm gonna know you, so it's like, I know you. Like, so I'm weird. I don't like, I like to see a person, talk to a person, know the person, learn them first. Kind of, not just creepy stalk everybody. Like, I know Pete, he like knows everybody. I'm like, Pete, that's your job to like study. I can't do that 24/7. My brain needs to switch off from powerlifting and go do something else, like play Skyrim or Pogo or cook or clean. It's like, turn it off. So no, I don't. I should like at least try to learn the lifters that go to open worlds. Like, that's been a goal of mine. So like collegiate nationals got canceled, and like my friend Becky was talking to me about some of the super heavyweight lifters. I'm like, well, I was going to study that, but it got canceled, so I'm not now. But I was. Like, that was my serious goal. Study the collegiates, study the junior lifters, and just learn more open lifters. That was truthfully what I was going to do this year, but stuff's kind of out of whack.
You have to wait till 2021, maybe.
Yeah, 2021. That'll be it.
Your new goal for the new year.
Well, like, I should learn lifters and no lifters, even talking to Kim Walford, and like, I was talking about my competitor. She's like, really? I'm like, you don't know that? She talks about her people. I'm like, and then she said to me, you don't know what? No. so that's when it's like that goal kind of formed. It's like,
Yeah.
I need to venture out and learn the other classes, not be stubborn.
So,
Yeah.
well, that was a nice interview. Thank you.
You're
And now